address the issue Sunday. Some conservatives, including Rush Limbaugh, have a different take. Watch.
There will be some who will say this is an African-American, distinguished American, supporting another African-American because of race.
If I had only had that in mind, I could have done this 6, 8, 10 months ago. I can't deny that it will be a historic event for an African-American to become president.
Now, back to General Powell. I just want to button this up because the drive-bys had a tizzy over my allegation that his nomination was about race. Well, let me say it louder. And let me say it even more plainly. It was totally about race. The Powell nomination or endorsement, totally about race.
Does that mean, Tom, that Limbaugh's endorsement of McCain was because he was white?
No, I don't want to go there. But what I would say is that Rush Limbaugh is going to match his credibility up against Barack Obama, and a lot of people would like to have money in that pool. If he didn't listen carefully to what Colin Powell had to say as he ticked off the many reasons that he was supporting Barack Obama and his concern about what's happening to the Republican Party, in which he has always been a stalwart member. We even played some of the tapes from the 2000 convention in which Colin Powell said that President Bush and Vice President Cheney would heal the racial divide in this country. Was race an element? It could have been in some small fashion. But I think anyone who has watched Colin Powell over the years or talked to him about his concerns or heard him at conferences or heard him speak knows that there are so many issues out there that he thinks that need to be addressed, and he feels that they're not being addressed adequately on the Republican side in this campaign.
I want to move to other areas. Bob Schieffer, by the way, do you think this illness of his grandmother will have any effect on the Obama campaign, having to cancel a couple of dates?
Well, I think in this case, Barack Obama was very close to his grandmother. I think she was the central figure in his life, and I'm sure this is going to have an effect on him. Obviously, the fact that he's going all the way out there. I mean, I think this is just one of those personal matters, and he wants to go out and see his grandma, and more power to him. I hope he has time to get out there and visit with her.
We have an email from Sabrina in Toronto for both of you. If you could go back, what would you do differently in the debates you moderated? What changes would you most like to see in debate formats? First, Tom.
Well, I think that Bob and I both agree, and we've talked about this, that everyone's in charge and no one's in charge of these debates. The Debate Commission does a heroic job of organizing them and arranging for the broadcast and selecting a venue, but they really don't have leverage on the campaigns. The campaigns have a say in what the rules are going to be, and then, as you so often see, they walk all over those rules or walk away from them. I'd like to open it up to 2 hours and have it much more of a freewheeling discussion and probably expand the panel. Bob and I were both involved in these debates when it was more than just one moderator. I think this is the last time that you'll see 3 white males who are eligible for Social Security as the moderators of these debates in the future.
Bob?
Well, Tom, of course...
You had the best deal, though, didn't you? The seated next to you.
Yeah, and I think that's the way to do it. I would just say that Tom is a lot older than I am, and he's been on Social Security a lot longer than I have. Not really at all. I thought, Larry, absolutely, I thought that I had the best deal, and that was to have them both seated at a table. It just gave it a more business-like atmosphere, I think. I would have loved to have seen more time. I would have liked to have extended the periods for discussion that we had. What we had in the debate that I moderated, we divided that 90 minutes into 9 9-minute segments. I hope to get in 9 segments. We wound up doing 8 segments. There are a couple of things I wish we could have gotten to. Immigration was next on the list. We never were able to talk about Social Security. But, you know, we had no trouble filling up the time. But I think it is key to make sure that they're seated at one place. And I don't know why that both of the candidates resisted that format in the beginning. I think the Debate Commission would have liked to have that format in the beginning, but they wanted one of them to be at a podium. They wanted another to be, you know, this town hall session like Tom moderated. But you have to take up so much time in those formats, giving people a chance to ask the question, that you don't have time to really get beyond just their first answers. So I would favor a format similar to the one that we had in that last debate. I thought it worked pretty well.
Me too. We look forward to having you both on after the election for a lot of analysis and a lot more time with us. Tom Brokaw.